certified. Dementia prevention, we're calling this, just like the book from my friend, Dr. Mitch Clionsky. Let me get your bio out here, which is long, lengthy, because he's a very, very knowledgeable man. Dr. Mitchell Clionsky, PhD, board certified neuropsychologist, super smart, who specializes in evaluating and treating patients with cognitive impairment, dementia, ADHD, and traumatic brain injury. Husband and wife team with Emily Clionsky, MD. They have combined 70 years of professional and clinical experience in medicine and neuropsychology. Thank goodness we have doctors like the Clionsky team. All right. They've treated over 20,000 patients going strong. They partner at private practice, the Clionsky Neuro Systems, Inc., based in Springfield, Massachusetts. They are experienced public speakers, podcast guests, thank goodness, workshop presenters, and general professional audiences. You can go to the website. We'll give that to you here. You know how we all do that in the fifth segment, everybody. But I want to welcome. We're gonna have a really nice conversation with my friend Dr. Mitch coming in here. Dr. Mitchell Clionsky, dementia prevention. Mitch, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for sending me your book, and we'll have more to talk about all of that as we move through this episode. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Tom.
My new friend, Dr. Mitch Clionsky. Love talking to smart people, and this is such a huge topic. The dementia, Alzheimer's condition and I have read this from way back in the day when we first started the radio show, everybody, way back in the day, that the Alzheimer's Alzheimer's condition could be the defining condition for the growing older population. Because as Dr. Mitch said earlier, he gave us the stats, 10% at 60, 20, 25% at 70. It continues to go up as we grow older. And I had learned that in the past. And so it is a age defined up to what, 40%, Mitch, you said, to 80s, 90s?
Mid-80s usually levels off at that point because people who are living longer at that point are really pretty healthy. So it doesn't go up much after that.
Well, that's the whole key thing here, because we were just talking about part 2 of the book, the risk model, and the things that we can do to really understand what's important, because there's so many variables. One of the things that jumped out to me in the book, Mitch, because selfishly, I have sleep apnea, and I've talked about sleep apnea a lot, but oxygen and sleep. And so can we go there and just do a quick bounce on that, please?
Absolutely. And I'm also a CPAP user. I've had sleep apnea diagnosed for about 18 years. And I consider it to be one of the seminal changes in my life, was finding out about this and then treating it. And it turns out that it's so much more common than people think. Just very recently, about 3 months ago, there was a big study that was published looking at 6,000 people drawn from the general population. Now, these are people who go in, they come from everybody in the world comes in from places like, to the Framingham Heart Study, to the Mayo Clinic studies, and they take them in their late 50s and they give them a bunch of tests. And then they follow them every 3 to 5 years for the rest of their lives. And they're looking at what happens to them. We learn a ton about normal aging through these studies. Well, this group decided to become a consortium and to pull together their data, gave everyone a one-night home sleep study in their own beds, little painless thing, wore something under the other finger or under their nose for one night. And they looked at the data. Turns out that 50% of the people ages 58 and above, 1 out of 2 people, have at least mild sleep apnea. Now, mild does not mean insignificant. You probably know this, but it means that at least 5 times every hour, you either stop breathing for about 10 seconds or your oxygen levels drop by 4%. When you experience those kinds of declines in your breathing, if not enough air gets down your lungs, not enough oxygen can get pulled out of the air. Oxygen is only about 20% of the air. But what our lungs do is they pull out that 20%, the red blood cells, and that makes its way, which are our eyes and our brain. When we have enough oxygen, we're able to make energy molecules, adenosine triphosphate, ATP, And we're also able to clean out the toxins that build up during the day, the lymphatic system, which works while we're sleeping and flushes out those things so they don't build up. The most important thing is people who treat their sleep apnea, if they have it, think better, wake up fresher, have more energy, are more creative, and reduce their risk of dementia significantly. So
having a guest like Dr. Mitch is so, so important. This is a critical time in our history of this planet. Growing older, Alzheimer's, dementia, Alzheimer's. I read that it's a $1.3 trillion global cost in 2019. That doesn't even count, as Mitch said earlier in the episode, everybody, the personal cost, the $250,000 average that you're going to spend with treating a patient that has the Alzheimer's, dementia, Alzheimer's condition. It is a freight train that we need to get our arms around. So hope you enjoy it. Send me a note. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for watching, listening, being a fan of the show. Love y'all. Peace out. I'm Papa Tom. We'll talk to you soon. I'm out.